What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk. Anthony Joshua, get this, has been warned that Oleksandr Usyk has asked his amateur mentor, Anatoly Lomachencko, to mastermind a stunning world title triumph. Wow. AJ's greatest fear? Usyk back with mastermind trainer Papa Lomachencko, who was the trainer of all these Ukrainian Olympians, and he's agreed to properly train Usyk for this fight. Promoter Bob Arum says Anthony Joshua's next challenge is plotting a sensational win. Wow. Joshua is set to defend his WBA, his IBF, and WBO heavyweight titles against Usyk with Tottenham's Hotspur Stadium in London expected to stage the fight on September 25th. Usyk had been preparing by Lomachencko for his last points victory over Derek Chisora in October, but has now returned to Anatoly, the reverend trainer and father of his close friend, Vasily Lomachenko. Okay, Lomachenko's promoter Bob Arum reveals the change in Usyk's team, telling Sky Sports, "Let me caution you something, because even though I don't promote him, I consider him a really good friend, and that's Oleksandr Usyk, who the reason I know him so well is he is best friends of Vasily Lomachenko. Igis Klimas, who is the manager of both, I talked with him, and he has talked with the father of Lomachenko, who he calls Papa Lomachencko, who was the trainer of all these Ukrainian Olympians, and has agreed to properly train Usyk for this fight." Wow. Okay. Let me counterpunch. Well, we know this is coming from Bob Arum, but it doesn't make it untrue necessarily. Okay. He had it secondhand information from Mr. Klimas that he has got back with Anatoly. Now, what does this mean? Does it mean he'll do any better? Maybe. I think trainers know their fighters. If he trained Oleksandr Usyk before, it depends on what he can retrain or refocus him to do. A lot of Ukrainians, their methods are mostly mental. It's how strong they are mentally. And I think that's a huge part of boxing anyway. So when other fighters are doing certain types of drills to get their body conditioned, these guys are doing thinking drills, you know, with like throwing balls at a certain number when instructed to, you know, to help them focus while their reflexes are intact. So it's a clever way. And Anatoly, him and his son have did wonders, and Oleksandr Usyk is still undefeated. And I think anything will help, and any and everything will help. I don't think it will hurt Oleksandr Usyk. I don't think that would be the case. I think anything it will help. It just depends on how different these guys' training were. You know, if I forget Techchenko or whatever his name was. I know I'm murdering it, but the guy that he used for Derek Chisora, it depends on how comfortable he was. How did they gel? How was their true overall relationship? You know, was he able to relay information to Oleksandr Usyk easier? Was he giving the right type of information, the right type of instruction versus what Mr. Lomachenko, Papa Lomachenko will do, you know? And he's been warned, of course, by Bob Arum, but Bob Arum has been on Anthony Joshua's neck ever since he lost to one of his former fighters, Andy Ruiz. So what you say about Bob Arum, you really can't take for cash value, because he had Andy Ruiz beating him in the second fight. He had him losing to Pulev as well. So, you know, I mean, whatever Bob Arum's doing, he's just waiting for Anthony Joshua to fall once again, because he does not have faith in Anthony Joshua. But it is a good thing that Oleksandr Usyk is back with Papachenko, because he has a relationship with him. He's still best friends with him. And the question you ask yourself, why did they stop working together? And the first thing that popped in my mind is, well, maybe they stopped working together because maybe he didn't have the time to train his son and him at the same time. That may be the case. It might have been the case. It might have been something else. But the point of the matter is, I don't know. But the important thing is they are working back together. And then this should be something that Anthony Joshua should take into note, but not too much, because he's doing what he's doing to get prepared for the guy that he was going to fight anyway. Nothing changes the opponent, just the trainer. You know, so the question you ask yourself is, how much influence does a trainer have over the opponent? You know, not Lomachencko. Dun, dun, dun. You know? We got to call somebody else in here. He's calling Lomachencko the best trainer in the world in the Ukraine. We got to change some shit. But I think, I think it is a good thing for Oleksandr, whatever he feels he needs for this type of fight, because this is the biggest fight of his career, no doubt about it. You know, he might have gotten more belts for the undisputed belt, but this is the biggest. He's making the most money, and he's fighting the biggest guy that he's ever fought. You know, because I think him sparring Klitschko is totally two different things. Okay. But anyway, I mean, this is the biggest challenge of his career. So I expect him to pull out all the artillery, and all the artillery consists of Lomachencko. So anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Oleksandr Usyk getting back with his old trainer, Lomachencko. Tell me what you think. Please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.